Hey everybody, it's Aaron with GeoWaste. I'm here to give you a quick Resterville project update, but my main focus for today is to show you in real time how easy it is to automate a process from taking a data set from ArcGIS Online and pulling it down to my Postgres instance at a nightly interval. So we'll go for a nightly refresh today. Um, Ultimately, though, back to the project updates real quick, we have the website up and running. We have the API documentation up. We're adding content to the website regularly. We are now officially open source. We have the Docker container available on Docker Hub publicly. We have Resterville open source on GitHub, so you can help yourself to that. We're working on some tutorials of actual setup and things like that, which are a little bit more involved, so I'm going to go ahead and do those at a later time. But we do have a crowdfunding campaign going on right now, so if you want to see this built out faster, particularly a user interface to make things go even smoother than what I'm showing you today, please consider either just getting the word out, spreading the word that this is now here on the market, or if you're able to contribute financially, that would be great too. Otherwise, we're happy to make this a labor of love and continuing to build functionality based on time that we have freely available, which is not much, or the more likely scenario is that as our clients need certain things, we will build out those certain things that are kind of funded by the client. So without all of that, or with all of that behind us, let's go ahead and jump into the actual refresh. So what you can see here is we have our Resterville Docker container up and running. You can see that we have a URL endpoint for it. So if we actually set that in, we have it right here. And the hardest thing today is probably just going to be finding the data set. So I want to do this completely at random. I'm going to take any large city. So let's just go with, I don't know, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And then let's just say ArcGIS Open Data. Okay, looks like we got some stuff. We have an Explore Data, perfect, that's exactly what we needed. So let's go ahead and look into, I don't know, art and culture sounds fun, let's check that out. Let's see if we can find actual data. Yes. FEMA flood zones. Well, that's not exactly what we were going for, but we can go ahead and give that a try. And we're going to go to view full details. With Resterville, you need the server endpoint on that. So we can, this is, I think, what I'm looking for here. Open in ArcGIS Online. We're going to click on the layer and actually get this server URL. And that's what we need. And then on top of that, I'm going to paste that in because there's some stuff we need from that too. But ultimately, let's go ahead and start here. So we have an API key that basically acts as a gateway for these processes. We have the service name of the Postgres connection. We have the URL. This is exactly what I just copied. We're going to paste that in. We are going to keep the schema public, and then we just need to come up with a name for this thing. So let's call it FEMA Pittsburgh. And let's take the other thing that we needed here. We needed the batch size that the server lets us get away with. Looks like it's only 1,000 on this guy, so let's go ahead and change this. And again, if this was, if the crowdfunding is successful, we'll be able to automate this batch size. We'll just be able to retrieve that automatically in the user interface, so you shouldn't really have to play with it too much. Anyway, we got our batch size, we got everything ready to go here. That's it. Let's go ahead and do this static run, because this isn't scheduling anything. This is just making sure that we can get the data set. And you can see here, total features imported 160. So now we should have this FEMA Pittsburgh layer in our Postgres database. You can see here there's no FEMA Pittsburgh. So let's refresh and take a look. We have FEMA Pittsburgh, and it looks like it's a polygon layer, so that's good. And let's zoom over to it, make sure it's in the right spot. Zoom the layer. Yep. right where it should be. Perfect. So we now have the data set from ArcGIS Online to Postgres in a matter of, honestly, it's taken me longer to talk about it than it's actually done to do it. So, but that's not good enough for me. We need to schedule this thing, right? So let me just go ahead and delete this. We're just going to keep the shell there, though. We're going to delete all 160 features. We're going to save it. All right. And now what we will do is go to Cloud Scheduler here. So we're just going to create a Resterville test 2 in this case. And frequency is, let's go with, let's go with 3 a.m. That's what I have up here. So we're just going to go with this. And again, if we had a user interface, you wouldn't have to do all the shuffling around of websites and everything like that. You literally would be able to do a lot of this right from one screen. But, I mean, if you're talking automatic scheduling, even as it stands, this is still going to save you a heck of a lot of time. So it doesn't really matter what time. We'll just go Central Daylight. That's fine. Oh, that's me, Detroit. Perfect. I'm actually from Columbus, but the Eastern Daylight Time. Anyway, we're going to continue. Configure the execution. The URL is this URL here, basically the API endpoint. And we're going to have a post. Again, I really wish that people didn't have to come to the Cloud Scheduler, but this will still save you time. And what we need here is this. We need this body, and we also need this application, basically the content type. So let's start there. Let's just, that way we can do this sequentially here. Let's add the header. Let's do content type. Let's do that. And now for the body, we're going to put exactly what we just spit out right here. I always like to test ahead of the Cloud Scheduler just to make sure that everything's working as it should be. All right, I'm going to hit continue. We're going to hit create. And now we should see it has not run yet, but it is scheduled for 3 o'clock in the morning. And so now we're going to click this and we're going to force run. And what you should see as soon as we move the map around is that we have our features back. And there they are. So I really hope you enjoyed this little kind of demo. It's not really a tutorial, but this demo. And if there's anything that you want to see in Resterville, please let us know. And if you have the means to spread the word about what we're doing here, please do so. If you have the means to contribute financially, that way we can actually dedicate some good hard time to this. Also, please do so. But otherwise, we're just happy to share this with the world. We would not be a business today without open source software, and this is kind of our gift to the community, something that we're going to champion and something that we're going to try to make to improve people's lives over time. So again, thank you for your time today. There's going to be more coming out from us soon, but for now, take care and have a good rest of your day.